Oh, my camera's like cricket now. Welcome to my YouTube. Makeda Makes Tunes, but you can just call me Makeda. But I'm here to take you behind the scenes of Tricky.
I'm just a person who lives by some movies. You don't get complacent.
Now, for this song, I wanted to do something different that I only have one major song on all platforms, which is Spaced Out. So please go and check Spaced Out on all platforms. But I wanted to really go behind the scenes on this song and kind of give you how it came about, kinds of how I did it, but just giving you a general basis of how this song was put together. Try and be as detailed as possible, because I know I forget a lot of things when I'm focused on trying to get the whole point out. But I'm gonna try my best to be detailed as possible. Talking to the camera is really, really weird to me, and it's just a little unnatural to me. So maybe next time in the future, I'll probably have a more organic conversation where somebody is asking me the questions instead of me telling the camera the answers to the questions that I made up, that I think you want to hear, or whoever watches it. But for now, this is what before I even tell you what this is about. I'm not really usually open with telling like what my songs is about, because I find it hard to express certain things by just saying it sometimes. So I try and put them in songs, and so my songs are usually contain thoughts that are a lot more, I guess, personal. Tricky is about really just somebody. It can be not just a female, but a male or a female, just like knowing your worth. And basically telling you, like, if you're gonna come along with me and be in my life, then that's fine. But if you're not, then that's fine too. But it would be nice if you do. But if you don't, there's not much that, I can't force you. That first line, time is so tricky, can't tell if you're with me, is just basically, kind of complimenting that. A lot of time can go by, you can spend a lot of time with somebody, you can still not know what it is. But honestly, that really is just confusion and dysfunction. However, the basis of the song is saying, that, I'm very worthy, you're very royal, and, your worth and your vow still remains, regardless of, who does or doesn't want to do life with you. Romantic, family, friends, whatever the case may be, to your personal situation. The artwork was actually done by Kayla. She can be found at Colorboy on Instagram. I can put her at in the description box. I never actually met her in person. We did the whole thing through DMing on Twitter. So, and by the way, I met her through Salam. So big shout out to Salam, because if it wasn't for him, he recommended her, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even know. Honestly, like, probably one of the best people that I worked with. She was attentive, she was very communicative, and she gave me full direction to what I wanted to do. But I honestly wanted her to just express and go towards what, honestly, just go all out. Like, just have fun. Because, I was in a very open direction with how I wanted the cover art to be. There's no specific way. All I told her was that I wanted some kind of crown to represent royalty on the cover. And she put the crown, it's like a female face. And yeah, that's how it came about. The title is actually the hardest part of the song. Well, definitely one of the top hardest parts of the song. And I actually prayed on the title of this song. Because whenever I begin to write any new song, I always, if it's a licensed beat, if it's not a beat that I made, I always start writing the song or freestyling the song around the title of the beat. And in this case, the name of this licensed beat was called Window. So if you come to my window, like that part, I just started, like, that came from, kind of freestyling around like the title of the song. But I didn't feel like the song should be called Window. I just didn't. I don't know. So I prayed on it for a good 2 weeks. And then like one Saturday I woke up and I just feel like God told me, name the song Tricky. And drop it around the same time you drop Spaced Out. And that's exactly what I did. So all my spiritual peeps, if you get me, you get me.
my right eye is like super irritated, so my eye is like, you know.
It's actually produced by Sofrozyne. I hope I said it right. I actually never met him in person either. We met through Instagram, and I believe he had her spaced out, and it just started from there. And one day he sent me, like, you know how producers do, he sent me like this message, like, you know, I have some beats that I think you would sound good on. And I'm really grateful that anytime anybody thinks that I can be part of the music project or in any kind of form, I'm super grateful and thankful. You know, it's a blessing to me. We're actually going to check out his beats right then and there. I actually didn't do it till like months later, and I was like, you know what, like I was in like one of those songwriting moods, so I went to go check it. I came across that beat, the Tricky beat, and you know, I just thank you, because you know, I've been communicating with him a little bit back and forth too about the song. I let him hear one of the first snippets, and you know, he's a cool guy, so thank you for using your talent in making that beat. Now that the cover art and the production's out of the way, the rest of the song, I engineered myself, I mixed, recorded, and mastered myself. That's what I went to school to learn how to do, so that's what I did. I'm always looking to get better at it, like mixing and mastering. It takes practice, it takes time, but you know, hopefully you'll be able to see the progression of the mixing and mastering I did in Spaced Out. It's definitely a difference. You know, hopefully you'll see that progress, you know, in Tricky. The hardest part, or the next hardest part that I found with this song, was two vocal parts. The part, let me see if I can pull it up here. I have my laptop here, so let me see if I can pull it up.
Way, I just felt it was different.
Alright.
Deceiving is what these feelings are. My mind says we're clicking. Should I ever feel down? Would you notice my crown? Do you think you can help fix my crown? Could we work it out? With vibes that don't doubt. I need real deals over cloud.
Yeah, so that, could we work it out? I might try and put like a little snippet picture of how many takes I did, but I literally, to that could we work it out part, I literally did like, I kid you not, like 100, maybe like 105 to 120 takes of that one line, because the beginning of the verse I recorded in my living room. My living room has a lot of natural reverb in it, versus my back room is like a really dead end. It's a super dead end. So the sound difference, that was one problem. And then because that could we work it out line, I didn't write that. Like I wrote the song in pieces. I went, did one part, came back, did a different part. But not only just the sound room difference, my energy that day when I began to record the first verse was different. It was just more higher on my interface. I don't know, but like my performance had like a lot of more energy. So I spent 120 times trying to match the energy I had that day, and it was a little difficult because I'm usually a little bit more mellow. I'm a lot more mellow. So to try and get up to that high energy again, like after just being out all day, doing this, doing that, it was difficult. But I know that if I didn't give myself a deadline, I was gonna take a super long time to finish it, and I know that that's not good. Or second hardest vocal part was the second verse, the chances are likely, so I'll play that for you.
The chances are likely. Talk to my.
Again, it was the same. I had the same issue because I had started that verse in the living room, and then, you know, I had ended up moving my equipment to the back room because I cleaned out my back room. I moved it back here, and it was hard to match the volume and the energetic performance. I wasn't matching it the way I really wanted to match it, so that part was really difficult. All in part, which I'll play for you.
I'm all in. This is right, bro.
Alright, so that all in part, I debated so hard if I was going to delete it out or not. When I first did that part, I had so many layers and it just sounded everywhere, and it didn't sound cohesive with the whole part of the song. So I had like a tenor part, I had like a bass part with my voice, and I had like a little high part. I would say soprano, but I don't really have a soprano voice, so it wasn't that. But it just sounded all over, and I had a hard time mixing it to make it mesh with the rest of the song. So I literally only kept the all in part because of two people. One, because of Makeda, shout out to Makeda, and two, because of my mom. Any song that I do, I send it out to Makeda first in its very early stages because she knows the technicality. We went through college together pretty much in every class, almost side by side. So, you know, she pretty much knows the technicality of what to look for, but she ended up saying that it was her favorite part. But even after that, I still was like, you know what, I'm probably gonna get rid of it. But then like I played my mom the same part in its later stages, and she happened to love it, and that actually was her favorite part too. So I was like, you know what, I guess I'll just keep it, because mind you, those are two different age groups, and they're both saying the same thing. So I just said, you know what, I'll just keep it in there. My favorite part of this song is that little chorus part at the end.
If you take the time to come to my window and stay when the wind blows, direct in the initial, I'm all in.
So that part at the end right there, that's my favorite part of the song. Why, I honestly don't know, but I feel like it was just a different vibe from the rest of the song, and it was a good way, I think, to change it up a little bit. So that's my favorite part. Made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes of Tricky. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, comment, and give your girl a thumbs up. I emphasize subscribe. I have a strong 7 right now. Thank you to the strong 7. I appreciate you. If you're new, come be a part of the Makeda Mix Tunes community. We're growing, we're elevating, and we're only gonna keep getting spicier. Go stream Tricky out now on all major platforms. And if you want, I have a lot of unreleased music, so if you want all that unreleased stuff, please sign up to my email list. I'll put that in the description. But thank you for your time. You're precious. You're amazing. And connect with me so that I can see you soon.
It don't have to be if you take the time to come to my window and stay when the wind blows, direct and initial, I'm all in.